Oh, we're live. Hey, everybody. I forgot to blow my snot nose first. Appreciate all of you. Love my friends. Thanks for coming. Welcome to Fatwood Anonymous, where folks gather around to talk about Fatwood, fires, and adventures. Ooh, we got cool 0 pence, killdeer survival. You can see my reflection on the bottle. Hello from the UK, 0 pence. Good to see you. It's been a while. Can't remember the last time I've been to your channel. Hey, Crabtree. I stopped at the post office today. Don't got nothing yet, but I got a really cool gift from a friend from SKS Hugo. I'll have to show that off here in a second. It's really cool. Just finished cooking mince pies for Christmas Day at the daughter's house. Cool. Man, I don't know about you guys, but we had some nice weather today. I got outside and finally finished the project, as you saw on a thumbnail there. And I have been looking for this for about 2 years, maybe 2.5. And I've been looking for just the right stump for a friend. It'll make a great centerpiece. I hope he will like it, and I hope I will get it to him in time for New Year's Eve. I forgot to bring my little beer bottle, but I had to hollow out the center, so it's like a very big koozie. Ooh, just finished supper. It will be in the mail Monday morning. Ooh, cool. Thanks. Awesome. Yeah, I put well, I'll have a video about the stump. There'll be 2 parts where I went and found it and dug it up and cut it out. And then the part that I filmed today where I hollowed it out some, and I got a little bit of video of me hosing it down with some polyurethane spray. Try to keep the color in the moss. A wooden koozie. There you go. I love these busy, warm days that just get so much done. Perfect time of the year for some nice weather. I hope some of you guys are having halfway decent weather. We need to add a little color here. Here we go. There, that's a little bit more fitting. I did manage to get some trivia. I pulled up some beer trivia we can do later. I always forget to take the time to look up some trivia when I go live. This time I got a little bit. Yes, HRM. Oh, went fishing with no luck. Well, I hope you at least enjoyed the time out there. I don't know which one of you mentioned the spade bit, but I hadn't considered using a hand drill to hollow out the stump because I was like, man, I can just take a knife through it and baton through it. And I was like, there's got to be other ways. And you guys gave me some ideas. And yeah, I went to town with the hand drill gun, whatever you want to call it. And then I got my SE6 out and batoned around the edges. and rounded it out some, tried to get as much of the dirt and rot out. Hey, thanks. Thanks. It's been a long time since I have gone shooting. A long time. I had been shooting with friends when I was younger. Never really had anyone to show me the ropes and the guns. Just here, shoot it. So it's nice to finally get back into shooting and have someone show me how the gun works and all the parts and this and that and how to clean your gun. And Stalker Steve is just awesome. He's been very helpful and fun. And Ebomi and Ms. Bomi, Eric and Christine gifted me that rifle. It's pretty awesome because I put my life on hold a good while with my health, with the dialysis. The dialysis didn't hold me back at first. I started dialysis at age 27. It didn't hold me back because I still urinated, and that has a lot to do with your quality of life. Most people on dialysis don't, so I just went in for treatments to clean my blood rather than fill up with water for 2 days and then go have it all taken off in 4 hours and over. So my quality of life when I was younger, even though I was on dialysis, I still pushed on. I went canoeing. I did everything I wanted. I traveled. It was when my back went bad, like in 2007, 8, 9, somewhere around there. And I just could not find the doctor to help me. And I went everywhere, Cleveland Clinic, and everyone just kind of wrote me off, and I got worse and worse. And just before starting YouTube, the doctors hooked me up with the right guy, and I got my life going again. And since the transplant, seems like the dialysis was making my back hurt even more. So these last few years since being on YouTube, I'm getting my life back. I still have a lot of bumps in the road, but getting to the shooting range was a really big thing for me because it's been a long time. And through all these steps and all this processes to get to where I am today, that was pretty huge. So I'm really grateful for all my friends and support and the doctors helping me when there were ones that wouldn't. What? Oh, from the Army. Cool. Coping alone. Hey, I can't remember what you changed your name to the last time. It always took me a minute. Thank you. Thank you, sister. Thanks. It's still up and down, man, but I tell you what, I keep moving forward. Trinity, right? So I've had this gift. Someone, he visits the live streams around regularly. You all know him, SKS Hugo. He wanted to send me a gift, but he can't send it to the post office. So he had to send it to my house. So I braved and carefully gave him the address to my house, which I'm glad I did. He sent me something really cool. I only took a little peek, and there's this stick of Fatwood in there he told me about. And as soon as I looked at it, I put it right back in. I save it for Fatwood Anonymous. It's a piece of Fatwood I've been wanting to have for a long time, and this thing looks cool, and I'm going to look at it again. What he sent me was that he couldn't send at the post office. Oh, Jesus. Was since I got the AR-15, he sent me some blanks, which is really cool to have. This is just too cool. So in here is a bunch of blanks, and I'm just as excited about that little piece of Fatwood as I am the blanks. But y'all gotta look at this piece of Fatwood. Man, he packs good. By the way, blanks are loaded without the bullet, and pretty cool to have, man. And there's a lot, and it's just too cool. It's quite a cool gift, man. Really cool to have, like I said. All right, to the piece of Fatwood. This is just too cool. I'm probably going to have this all burned up by the end of the week. I haven't even smelled it yet. Oh, man. Woo. Yeah, we got crystals dropping everywhere. All right, here we go. Fatwood show and tell. Oh, wait. Fatwood flyby. Ready? Yeah. They're nice. There's the crystals. If I turn it too much, they'll all fall out. Ooh, that's sticky. Isn't that cool? That's like so clear. It is, ooh, solid resin, man. I am going to have to do the sniff test. All right, we got so many knives to choose from. Take my itty bitty one. Do this. Ooh, I'm dropping dust everywhere. If you have dried up resin that's dust, it's just as flammable as if it were liquid, and it will actually liquefy as you melt it. So if you sprinkled the dust all over on one small spot and got your Maya dust pile going or whatever, that whole spot will burn. And it's really cool. All right, here we go. Different. Man, that's really cool. It's very different. Now, I wish we could might still be able to. No. Since they changed the way we do live streams, I don't know if I could hop on my smartphone and do a burn outside. You know, tempting that is. Oh, man. Man, that's cool, Fatwood. Where'd that piece go that flew away? When I do it with my keyboard. There it is. So yeah, I got that cool gift from SKS Hugo, and I got my stump already. I just got to figure out how I want to ship it. And of course the bottom ain't perfectly flat, but it's cool. Ooh. Stupid thumb. I'm still waiting for my thumb to heal. The doctor assured me that it would close up all the way. It's safely closed up. I'm past infection, but I'm not convinced that my thumb will completely close up like I want it to. You have it gone in no time. That's right. Sometimes when I get new Fatwood, or almost all the time, I go on my crazy spells, and I got a table over here where I just slice up a big pile, and I go outside, have a cigarette, a mini fire. I had a Christmas party with the family yesterday. They forgot to tell me and my son when it was, and we just kind of assumed it was Christmas Day or Christmas Eve. And Saturday around 1 o'clock, we get a phone call. And yeah, everyone's at my house. And I'm like, oh, must be Christmas party today. So we went to the Christmas party with my family, and everyone was, we only buy one gift, and everyone takes turns and pulls a name out of the hat. And my sister's husband made me 2 plaques. One that says, girl, just a girl looking for some Fatwood. And the other one that says, show me your Fatwood. Hey, Iron Fire Horse. So these will go great with my pecker plaque, which I think I forgot to set this live stream age restricted. The way this stupid live stream sets up, you can't do nothing. You set up your live stream in StreamYard, and if you want to add anything really good in the description or your tags or what was the other thing? Age restriction or category, you have to go back into YouTube and change all that, which is a real pain. But I got Plex for my Peckerplex. Peekaboo. Once I get something figured out for a loincloth, I can get that up on the wall and get these up on the wall. Add to the little wall I got going on. My family's so silly. Yeah. What got you? What got you by the thumb? For those who don't know, I about 5-6 weeks ago, I was ripping with the pruning saw, setting up a bonfire, and I get a little crazy when I'm exhausted. That's usually when I hurt myself, and I had my hand in the wrong spot, and I got sloppy, and I whacked my thumb with the pruning saw. It went right to the bone. I think I cut myself in maybe 5 different places, right where the where all those lines are and all those bends. You can't tell which are cuts and which are lines in your knuckle, and so maybe it's just, I don't know. I don't like how it looks, and I'm certain it needs to be cut again and stitched together, but the doctor said she can't do that, and the hand surgeon won't do that. Tempted to do it myself, but yeah, I'm just being a big baby about it. But I'm keeping it clean and I'm keeping it tied together. She told me, keep the steri strips on it and keep it straight and it'll grow back together. But there's both sides are dry. How are they gonna grow back together? Every time I change my steri strips, it's clear it's not gonna happen. So you tried to saw your thumb off? Yes. Short and sweet. I guess I could have said that. I'm always cutting myself, so it's not a big deal. As long as I don't cut these things. See the bumps in my arms? These are all my dialysis stents and shunts and botched surgeries and nerve damage and all that. And I got scars from getting myself with the saws and knives. As long as I don't whack open one of them, I'll be all right. It kind of keeps reopening, but according to my doctor, she says it's closed enough I don't have to worry about any infections. Yeah, every time I go to clean my thumb and re-stick my stickers on there, it's like I wiggle it just a little bit and like I said on the last Fatwood Anonymous, if you ever think you need stitches, go get stitches. You know, when you clean it and wrap it up and it stops bleeding, you figure you're gonna be fine. Oh well. I gotta take her word for it, but I'm not convinced yet. In time, I suppose. I'll probably be complaining about it for years. And I've got to remind myself, don't get crazy with the sharps when I've been tired, exhausted, overworked. It's a really important lesson to learn. Something that I learned right before starting YouTube. So what happened was I couldn't find a doctor to help me with my back because You can't have a pain doctor help you because the pain doctor doesn't want to give you medication because you're a dialysis patient. So you hop around. No one wants to help you. So you finally go to your kidney doctor. You know what's safe for my kidneys. You give me some pain medication, but he's not a pain doctor. So he don't understand the importance and the limits and what's good for this and what's good for that. So I had my pain regulated for years from my kidney doctor. And that eventually worked up to way too much stuff, and it was making me hurt more. Just as I was trying to get my kidney transplant again, the hospital was like, hey, we have a really good pain doctor here. And I was, like, yeah, sure. He says, I'm going to get you off all that crap, and I'm going to get you walking again. And I said, cool, I'll take your word for it. He says, you got to unlearn all this stuff that you've learned before. You're a nervous wreck because of what everyone's done to you. He taught me all this cool stuff. This is where I started getting into YouTube. He gave me a bunch of links to YouTube. I didn't know how to use the computer. And all these links to these videos of how to unlearn your pain and other stuff and the way of mind. And then I got lucky with this group therapy that actually had some good therapists in it, just long enough for me to learn something before they disappeared and turned into a crap group therapy. But they taught me so much about how to pace yourself and how to recognize this and that and make right choices. So sometimes I have to go back to my book and my notes, but I've learned so much that saves me a lot of grief in life. Oh, don't completely give up on doctors. There's some good ones out there. Don't completely give up. You need an anti-cut glove, mate. I've shopped around for those, and I do need to go back to shopping around for those. Sometimes I give up, and eventually I go back. So maybe going back with a different frame of mind to look for gloves. But I have considered getting one of those anti-cut gloves. There's so many different kinds, but I'm trying to find the right one for me. Good killdeer. But Irene, I know how you feel. I hope you don't completely give up. There are some good ones. My problem is anytime I find a good one, there's so few and everyone knows they're good that everyone wants to go to that doctor, and then suddenly it's really hard to get in to see them. So far, I have some good people in my corner. I hope it stays that way. I have to continuously advocate for myself. It's a lifetime job advocating for yourself. James, hi, how are you doing? I saw a thumbnail, looked like you were working on something, leather pouch. Looking good. I love how you guys keep yourselves occupied in the house. I keep myself occupied, but I need a more routine system kind of thing going. Cam Patton Family Compound, good to see you. Sometimes I want to call you Cam Patton Family Campground. Greetings from the free state of Idaho. That was too funny. I was on the live stream with Killdeer, and Kim Patton was in a live stream on a panel with us. And I didn't recognize him from the video for some stupid reason. And when he went to type something way later in the chat, I was like, oh, hey, how you doing? And he's like, hey, I'm doing pretty good. And he's like right there in the panel. I'm like, oh, shit. That was so funny. I've never done that before. Been on a panel with someone at now. That was a good live stream. That was good fun on Killdeer's Survivals channel. He's learning how to live stream. HRM says North Carolina has had a lot of dual clinics, and hospitals closed. Some emergency rooms are closed to 100 miles away. You know, I was just hearing something on the news about that today. And Sunset Bay Bonnie, her hospital's closing in Pennsylvania. And heard something earlier today where there's this one state, I can't remember, but they have 12 counties that have no OBGYN in their counties. 12 counties in a state with no, like, man, that's the last thing we need is freaking clinics and hospitals to close. I look different without the hat. Yeah. I still should have recognized you. How are you rude there, Shell? And welcome. Let's see here. You too? You don't always recognize him? Cabot Bluegill, how you doing? Well, Sarah, you need to get you some content, get you some videos up. What's your hobbies? One of the greatest ways to make friends now these days is to figure out what your hobby is. Get on YouTube, start watching those videos about your hobby and leaving positive comments, and people get familiar with you. Then you start popping up videos showing your hobbies or similar hobbies, and you all get to know each other, and it turns out to be a pretty cool experience. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Sarah. That's fine. I appreciate all of you that watch and don't chime in. There's nothing wrong with that at all. And yeah, everyone out there that's watching and not in the chat, I want to thank you for coming too. I sometimes forget to say that. Sometimes say it at the end. Let's see, 7:45. We do trivia in probably 15 minutes. I'm hoping I can do the trivia all right without my tongue getting tied, because I figured beer trivia would be good today because of my beer stump. And there was all kinds of fun facts and stuff, but I did find some good question and answers. Some of them have very long paragraph explanations, which I love the explanations, but I'm not the best quick reader. And sometimes the stage fright starts to kick in, and then I really start stumbling and fumbling. I want this to be fun, not, you know. And I got to relearn I got to replug in my second monitor, because that was really helping when I think it was last spring. I hooked up a dual monitor system, and I was able to show one screen with the questions and read the answers on the other screen. I had a good system. I got to refigure out how to do that again. Yes, indeed, Cam Patton. Let me think. What else did I have? Oh, darn it. I shouldn't have put that piece of Fatwood away. What I should have done was taken that piece of Fatwood that I showed everyone, take it over to the table and give it a good clean scraping, get that extra dust off of it, and give it a good fresh clean cut so I could show everyone a little bit better. Sometimes my cats watch live streams for me until I decide to change channels. Oh, that's so nice of them. I have started a bird channel, which is actually kind of mostly for cats. There's going to be a whole lot of just for cat videos. So the Bird Bash, the Bird Bash channel. So I'm going to be documenting my red-bellied woodpeckers and my birds and my squirrels. And yeah, there will be some videos that are just for cats. I made one video that's a little too weird. I might not post it. It's been kind of sitting. I made this video for my bird channel, and my son said, "That's just weird, Mom." So I might not post it. Now I bring it up. Y'all probably wondering what the hell it is. I was just farting around one day. I was really bored. I was watching some cat videos or something, and I got to wondering, what does a cat sound like when it meows backwards? So I collected a bunch of cat meows, fired up. So I collected a bunch of cat meows, put it in my editor, and played it backwards, and kind of sound funny. So I thought, I was bored. I just took a bunch of cat videos, and I thought, well, if I'm gonna make a video with all these backward cat meows, I might as well put some backward cat videos in. So I made like a 10 or 20-minute weird cat video with backwards running cats and backwards meowing. And yeah, my son was like, "That's too weird, Mom." So I probably won't post that. Shit happens when you get bored. At least you don't end up on the weird end of YouTube. You know, I used to do that some nights. Get really bored and just search YouTube until I get into weird places. You guys are awesome. I forgot to put my knife back in its sheath. Bad, Shlisa. Where's the sheath? Okay. Ah, I left it in a drawer. Keep your shit together. Gary, Mr. Mach 1, hello. Yeah, you've been on the weird side of YouTube for forever. There are some weird sides to YouTube, and you wonder, how did I end up here? I wonder where that video is. I've been doing great, Gary. Thanks for asking. Let's see here. I don't know if it's in the... I have so many deep places where I hide stuff in my computer. Beer stump, bird bash intro, bird clips, squirrel baffle, squirrel climbs Vaseline pole, cast iron Wednesday. I got so much stuff to upload on the bird bashing. I must have moved it somewhere, or I deleted it. Nah, it wouldn't be in there. Maybe it's in my extra hard drive. Users, cat, C-A-T. I must have uploaded it onto the Bird Bash channel and then deleted it in my computer because, like my son said, it's just weird. But yeah, backwards cat meow. YouTube. Oh, I would have to switch. Yeah, another time. 17 days off. Woohoo! That's awesome. I completely forgot. I mean, I knew it was like December 20th the other day, but I didn't realize how close that was to Christmas. And yeah, I was like, oh, Christmas is in a couple of days. Okay. I guess I haven't been much in the holiday spirit this year. I've been too broke to buy anything. My son got me a brand new vacuum cleaner. It's like a $259 vacuum cleaner he got for like 120 bucks. So that was pretty cool. And does pretty good too. I really thought my carpet was hopeless. You know, Gary, ever since you got that brand new carpet, I look at my carpet and I think about yours. I really do. Ever since you put that damn video up, Mr. Mach 1, where you had brand new carpet, I'm like, oh, someday I'm gonna get good carpet because mine sucks. But this new vacuum cleaner, actually, it ain't as bad as I thought. I just needed a better vacuum cleaner. I don't like the I don't like the bagless vacuum cleaners. They say they're cleaner and less dusty, but I'm not convinced. I don't never get any dust on my bag vacuum cleaners. Never. Every time I get a bagless one, you can see dust all over the handles. You gotta dust off the vacuum cleaner. I'm not convinced. You still need new carpet in other living room. That's gotta be tough with all them beagles. Almost said bugles. Beagles. You don't like the bagless ones either. Boom. Right there. Yeah, I like the bagged ones. But it's just not right. You shouldn't have to dust off your vacuum cleaner. But man, that thing does a good job. And I can use it on all my hardwood floors too. Well, not hardwood. I have probably 30–40% linoleum throughout my house and the rest carpet. I got almost 1,000 square feet. Pretty good size house for a 1-bedroom, which you could make it a 3-bedroom pretty damn easy. Bagless leak at the joints. He loves the good old bag ones too. Bagless leaks at the joints. Oh, you mean where the fold is, or where you stick it over the hole? What else? Seemed like oh yeah, for those who just came in, I also got these for Christmas. My baby sister, she just had her 2nd baby. The first girl out of 4 of us to have more than 1 kid. Her husband made me show me your Fatwood, and just a girl looking for some Fatwood. They seem to think it's funny that I'm got this Fatwood hobby. They got a new house this year, and they got this killer fire pit with this really cool, it's like a really big metal trash can lid, and it fits perfectly over this nice red brick circle fire pit. And you set that lid over and boom, the fire goes out. And they hadn't used it yet, and I kept giving them grief. And then right after I left old school with a modern twist and headed back up into Michigan, I stayed at my sister's, and I broke in that fireplace. Just like I broke in James's fireplace. Only theirs wasn't white, and I didn't stain it all up with black smoke. Sorry, James. But I taught them how to light fire. I got them going on the Fatwood. That was pretty fun. You got to have bonfires, man. It's just good health for you. You know, if it's been a while, or even just making a little mini one somewhere, just smell the smoke. Man, it's healing. It's kind of medicinal. It's very, very special. Okay, let's see here. Aunt Shlisa. Yeah, I'm Aunt Shlisa. I wish I could see my nieces and nieces. Yep. Wow. I got all nieces. I got a brother in California and a brother in Oregon. I haven't seen my nieces. HRM weapons machinist says, I jumped into a dumpster for a green bagless Bissell. The plastic was cracked, so it has a ton and rivets everywhere. Green is my favorite color. It's ran flawless for 6 years. Cool. And a ton of rivets everywhere. It's too bad it wasn't just cracked. But hey, as long as it works, man. 40-50 bucks for one of them things if you're lucky. They're getting pretty expensive these days. Cam Patton says, where the vacuum pieces clip together. Where the right. So you're saying the bag vacuum cleaners leak, not anywhere near to do with the bag then. I think that's what you're saying. That the vacuum cleaners with the bags, it's not necessarily the bag that leaks. It's a different part of the vacuum cleaner where the pieces clip together. Those bagless containers don't seal good at all. Yeah. They got all these fancy filters and stuff that you got to keep clean, and some you have to buy. This one has an incredible, it's a Bissell lift away, a Shark lift away deluxe. It's a Shark lift away deluxe, and it has this really thick foam that goes underneath the lift away part where the bagless chamber is. And apparently a lot of people, you're supposed to wash that filter regularly underwater and air dry. Apparently a lot of people are using soap and stuff, and it's not, I would assume with this, you would want to wash it with just water and air dry, because if you used soap or anything and dry it, you could have sticky parts and it would kind of ruin the purpose of the foam. It's kind of weird. Luckily, I've been researching and learning it really good so I don't screw it up. But I would have never thought to use soap. Cracked it up was until cracked up. It was until 10. Frankenstein Bissell. Oh, bagless ones leak dust. No wonder I was misunderstanding you. See if we're. Oh man, I didn't miss that part. I just scrolled up and Cam Patton Family Compound had his first live stream today, and yeah, knock on wood about the trolls there. Be real quiet about that. Trying to see where I misunderstood you. Bagless leak at the joint. Yeah, I used to think about not doing live streams anymore because I thought that maybe my co-host had left because I can't. Maybe I lost some of my confidence, and I lose my confidence easy sometimes, and I have trouble reading. I always have this anxiety, like I have to be quick, but I don't. And I'm trying to unlearn that. But I do. I tend to read stuff too quick, and I have trouble focusing on more than one thing. Jerry's Wood Shop and Outdoors. How you doing, Jerry? Thanks for coming. But no matter how low my confidence might get sometimes, I got to keep moving forward. I can't let it affect. I don't make I don't make decisions when my confidence gets down there. I wait till it comes back up. It's tough to YouTube if you're ever vulnerable. I get vulnerable sometimes if I have spats with somebody on YouTube or whatever, but so far I'm still here and it's been 3 years. But yeah, hang on, guys that are just doing the live streams. It can be tough, but keep your friends close. I even take two and make one. It's called recycling. Ah, so you take two that are similar that might need this or might need a better that, and you make a better one out of the two. Ah, thank you, Jerry. Yeah, we haven't sighted that in yet. And I believe had I really maybe taken some glasses or some binoculars and been able to see where I was hitting, because the darn target was so far away, had I been able to see where I was hitting, I would have been able to adjust more. I was adjusting as Steve was telling me, which made it better. But I'm like, I could have done so much better if I'd paid more attention instead of just got, woohoo, I'm going to try shooting over here. This felt good. That rifle felt really good. I've been told by a lot of people that the rifle, it's a good rifle and it's fun to shoot. So everyone that told me that was right. The AR-15 is a nice rifle, very fun to shoot. It's too bad that it has such a bad name and people are abusing it. Really sucks. I'm not sure if I'll do another live stream. I need to get some moderators on there. Yes, you do, girlfriend. Us vulnerable ones with we got to be extra careful because we get hurt easy. Ever since my friend and his group turned against me, I've been a little vulnerable. You know, someone that used to be a real good friend of mine that I used to go on live streams with all the time. I didn't realize the jealousy issues, and yeah, never knew someone could ever be so mean to me. But I've been just sitting back and trying not to talk about it and just see who stays and who goes. Yeah. And I got good friends, and I appreciate y'all. Jerry bought his first AR a month ago. Oh, a month ago. Nice. How many times have you gone out to go shooting? I still need to go get some more. Ah, that can wear your body down there, HRM. Working on too many cars and trucks. That's rough on you. It's fun though. Sometimes till shit don't go the way you want it to. I used to love driving around and seeing what kind of cheap junkers I could find and what kind of deals I could get. I miss that. That's what happens when your parents get you a toolkit for Christmas. Yeah, there's some nasty people on here. I was really strong going my first year on here. And the second year was going pretty good. I think the back stuff really hit me hard. And then getting sick and nearly dying at the same time my friends are turning on me. Yeah. That's okay though. I'm learning who my friends are. I went through almost 2,000 rounds. You are a nut, man. Oh, geez. Expect I like shooting it so much. I hope when you guys go out and buy yourself a new toy like that, you're prepared to load up some cash on the accessories and ammunition. Yeah, Once you know how to fix things, everyone says, here, fix this. I have to be careful letting people know how much I can do. I was telling my parents yesterday, they have a hatchback. They had to haul home this child's toy in their car because it couldn't fit in anyone else's car. And I told them, I says, you know, a lot of people think it's just having a pickup truck or a van that everyone calls you all the time and here, you know, help me with this. But no, having a hatchback, you end up having to help people out too. It's smart to get a hatchback though. It's only $250 to 2,000 rounds if you buy in bulk. Ah, well, buy them in bulk then. I got, I've got to get that in the mail. For those of you who haven't seen it, there's the beer stump. I told a friend who does beer reviews, I told him a while back I was going to find him a beer stump. It is now complete, covered in polyurethane, hollowed out and ready to go in the mail. Hopefully get there by New Year's Eve. And I have this really cool gift from SKS Hugo. He sent me a boatload of blanks. 556. Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool to have. Gear Gryden, can you haul a bed for me? Will I be helping you move said bed? No. Okay, it's just a few miles away, 20 bucks. I have the amount of friends I was born with. Aw. Man, that thing's heavy. One thing that's been making me feel better, I've probably said this already, but ever since I went back to physical therapy in the fall, I continued my therapy in the gym. While I was in physical therapy, they said they would want me to continue exercises. Anyone who was in physical therapy knows they're just there to teach you, guide you, so you can do them at home. I haven't always had luck doing my homework at home. Something about it. When I get to physical therapy, boom, I'm on it, keep up, whole hour goes by, no problem. I love it. But coming home, it's like, nah. You know, sometimes I'll start, but I don't finish. So I've always been wanting to get a gym membership at Planet Fitness. I've always been wanting to go in there and check it out. And last year after my back surgery, they was like, no, don't go to the gym yet. So this time I was like, hey, can I go to the gym and continue this? Like, oh yeah. I says, can you print me out a whole bunch of exercises to do? And so I went to Planet Fitness and I said, hey, tell me about your place. Show me around. Do you have any scholarships for disability? Which they didn't. My mom said they did. Oh well. But I got hooked up at Planet Fitness and I showed them my exercises because they hook you up with a fitness trainer that you see every month. And he works something out, shows you the machines, and gets you a plan. And, you know, he asks you how many days a week you want to come and for how long, and he works something out. So it was really cool that I was able to get my fitness trainer to say, okay, work this out, and then kind of relay something to the physical therapist and kind of work together. Had I not done that, I don't think just walking into a gym, I don't think I would have done so well. I would have been so lost. But having that transition, I always thought of the gym because I've always been fit and healthy and slim. I've always thought, why go there when I could be outside? You know, I'd rather be paddling down the river, climbing a hill, you know, taking a hike. But right now, this is perfect for me because it's not always possible for me to get outside. and it encourages me to continue my physical therapy. And I'm pretty much caught up with that. So now we're just adding stuff, and I'm almost going twice a day. I really like it. I'm not losing weight. I won't until I get a hold of my sugar intake. That happened before my back problem. I had got my sugar under control and started losing weight because I gained weight from the transplant. The transplant makes you crave sugar. And once I got my sugars under control down to like 45 grams a day, I was losing weight, but then the back shit happened and I got up to 275 pounds. No joke. But that was mostly the steroids too. Lost all my hair and got really fat. And I'm losing weight, but it's that summer that I had my sugars down, I was hiking 3 to 5 miles a day. No joke. And I wasn't losing anything. But when I get the sugars down, then the weight starts coming off. So right now, I'm working out, feeling good, and my doctor's like, well, what have you been doing different? Because your vitals and everything look great. Apparently, I'm feeling better, and my body's healthier, and the weight will come whenever. Just as long as I'm feeling better, that's all that matters. So far, I've gone 4 or 5 days without a Reese's cup, so maybe I can stick with that. But man, I encourage any of you to get to the gym if you can, even if you can only do little things. But then again, some of you live really far away. I guess I do have that benefit. I have a gym just a mile down the road. I forget about that. Oh man, Cam Patton left while I was jabberjawing. Gotta go, it's dinner time and I need to help out with the grandkids. Aw. You take care, Cam Patton. If you're still there. Merry Christmas too. Yeah. Keep forgetting it's almost Christmas. I should have my Christmas hat on. I'll get my Christmas hat. It's 8:15. It's time for trivia. I don't have my bell. Ding, ding, ding. Do y'all reload your shells? Oh, Stucker Steve does. A few other people do too. Yep, you gotta have some money to get into that. You gotta get to all that hoppers and stuff. Let me see if I can find my Christmas hat. I know I just saw it. Christmas, and I don't have my Christmas hat on. Fatwood Anonymous. Woohoo! I'm a little bit organized. Hard for you to wake up early enough to enjoy some daylight in the winter. Aw. There we go. 'Tis the season. I remember 2 years ago for Fatwood Anonymous, I had the peeping egg, Carmen. She was here, and I had my Christmas tree, and I purposely, just for the occasion, bought a fuzzy pajama suit and a girly Christmas hat, and I had my ponytail braids. I cut holes in it to have my braids hanging out. That was pretty fun. Sitting on the floor was a bit rough though. Woohoo! There we go. So look a little silly like that. Yeah, maybe not. There we go. Ta-da! Well, let me see. We got 8 people. Thanks, Jason. We got 8 of you. Anyone want to do trivia? Guess you don't have much of a choice, no? Yeah, anytime I ask if anyone wants to do trivia, I don't usually get any answers, but I have had people tell me they like it. Just realized I don't have my chat up. I'm gonna mute it. There we go. In the chat, I have all the answers if you want to cheat. Not in the chat, but the description. Let's see here. Oh, cool. I have links and I have cool fun facts. Cool. Who likes beer? I should have started the trivia while I had 12 of us in here. HRM went to the gym, training and supplements. I lost the mass shortly after you quit. You lost the mass. Oh. Thanks again, Jason. Appreciate that. Happy holidays. Well, let's see here. I'm going to pull up. All right. So we got, ooh, what's that? McDonald's restaurant chain serves beer in France, Germany, Austria, and Spain. Can you believe that? Iron Fire Horse hasn't had a beer in at least 5 years. I don't think I've had a beer maybe 15 years, maybe. Can't be that long. Maybe. Yeah. Well, we don't have a lot of beer people in here, but we've got some interesting fun facts and history. Fun facts and history are always good. We're going to go ahead and just do some of these fun facts. This says, oh man, this is going to be a tough one to pronunciate, but I'm going to try. Senesilicophobia. Senesilicophobia is a fear of an empty beer glass. Dare someone to try this? Dare someone to try and say this 3 times fast. Senesilicophobia. Silicophobia. Fear of an empty beer glass. Let's see here. This says beer was only legalized in Iceland in 1989. Up until 1989, beer was not legal in Iceland. India invented IPA. I don't know. Aaron Nelson showed up just in time for beer. 35 seconds. Get to sipping, damn it. Sipping, swigging, slugging, chugging. Oh, here we go. Slugs. Slugs enjoy drinking beer. Huh? Until 1970, table beer, 3% alcohol and full of flavor. Until 1970, table beer was served in school cafeterias. That's what it says. Until 1970, table beer, 3% alcohol and full of flavor, was served in school cafeterias. Okay, this one says there is a brewery in Germany that's almost 1,000 years old. It has been in continuous operation since the year 1040. For 1,000 years, there was a brewery. Interesting. Yeah. Cold beer in Iceland. In Finland, at the wife carrying world championships, the first prize is the wife's weight in beer. Oh, the wife carrying, the world championship of the wife carrying, where the knuckleheads run around carrying their wives. Apparently in Finland, the wife carrying world championships, the first prize is the wife's weight in beer. In Africa, the beer brand Raha, R-A-H-A. In Africa, the beer brand Raha is made from bananas. There's a temple in Thailand constructed with 1 million bottles of Heineken and local bottles. In Thailand, there is a temple constructed with 1 million bottles of Heineken and other local bottles. Nigerians drink more Guinness beer than the Irish do. Nigerians drink more Guinness beer than the Irish do. In Argentina, political parties have their own brands of beer. I wonder what the Democratic Party and the Republican Party's differences would be. Apparently, in Argentina, political parties each have their own brands of beer. It's hotter. In the 13th century, some people in Norway would baptize their children with beer. In the 13th century, some people in Norway would baptize their children with beer. You know, I remember in history class, most people drank beer. It was light, but it was beer was safer to drink than water because it had just enough alcoholism. I don't know if that's alcohol in it. I don't know if that's a myth or not, but I remember hearing that it was safer to drink beer back then, but it was watery beer. Beer is liquid pork chops. Guinness is like a meal. Oh man, oh, not 1 million bottles of beer. Don't start that. Okay. Beer can be brewed at home in most Western countries. I think we all know that. Okay. McDonald's restaurant chains serves beer in France, Germany, Austria, and Spain. That's the one we started with, but I couldn't help but notice that one first. Labatt's. Ale, watery beer. Ugh. Winston Churchill thought the concept of prohibition. Winston Churchill thought the concept of prohibition an affront to the I hate it when I can't put it together. Winston Churchill thought the concept of prohibition an affront to the whole history of mankind. I can't seem to make sense of that one. Scottish beer. Snake venom is the strongest beer in the world. Scottish beer's snake venom, I guess, is the title of the beer. Scottish beer's snake venom is the strongest beer in the world, having 67% alcohol instead of the 5% of others. Anyone want to drink a snake venom? I remember Dad making it in preschool. Blew the caps. People who live in glass houses shouldn't throw. Wow, snake venom, 67% alcohol. In English pubs, ale is ordered by pints and quarts. So when customers get unruly, the bartender would yell, "Mind your pints and quarts and settle down." That's where the phrase "mind your P's and Q's" comes from. Mind your pints and quarts. Pay attention to your beer, calm down, and focus on your drinking. While drinking a beer, tilt the glass and observe if the foam adheres to the side. If it does, it is considered good quality beer by many people. And that's the end of those fun facts. Senosilicophobia. Probably what Aaron Nelson has. Yep. Fear of an empty beer glass or beer can or beer bottle or whatever you drink out of there. Let's see. Beer trivia question. Ooh. Ooh. This kind of looks interesting. Dead animal. There is a UK brewery called Brewdog who in 2011 came out with a new beer product called The End of History. How was this beer packaged? 1, it comes inside a real dead animal. 2, the bottom of the beer bottle has a cyanide pill encased in the glass, or 3, it has a picture of a Princess Diana as the label. And the answer is a dead animal. Interesting. That's weird. A UK brewery called Brewdog came out with a new beer product they called End of History, and it's packaged. It comes inside a real dead animal. That's just weird. Maybe it's a fur. I don't know why they would put it like that. Yeah, this one looks like fun. We'll do one trivia where y'all can give answers. Roadkill beer. Okay, here we go. We have 10 questions, and I just gave y'all the answer to that one. So here we go. Looks like everything is going to be 1, 2, or 3, or most of them. So this is multiple choice. Question 1. When the monks in the Middle Ages fasted, they were still allowed to drink beverages. And their favorite, get out of my way, beer, of course. What was the legal amount of beer each monk was allowed to drink a day? Okay. What was the legal amount of beer each monk was allowed to drink a day? Was it A, a quart, a liter, or a gallon? When the monks in the Middle Ages fasted, they were still allowed to drink beverages, and their favorite, beer, of course. What was the legal amount of beer each monk was allowed to drink a day? A quart, a liter, or a half, or over a gallon? A quart, a liter, or over a gallon? See what you guys are saying here. Bunch of drunk monks. Let's see here. We got gallon, quart. We got 2 gallons, 1 quart. And the answer is, Snow Zeus says quart. So we got quarts and we got gallon. Over a gallon. Sorry, HRM. You're such a rebel. All right, the answer was over a gallon. So apparently, when monks were fasting, they could drink all the beer that they wanted. Question number 2. Question number 2 is all the brewers know, a great deal of chemistry and biology goes into brewing a good beer. What is the terminology of the study of fermentation? What is the terminology of the study of fermentation? What's the terminology of the study of fermentation? Is it, I was afraid of this question because I don't know how to pronounce it. I have a friend that knows all this stuff. Is it 1, Zymurgy, 2, etymology, or 3, beerology? What is the terminology of the study of fermentation? 1, Zymurgy, 2, etymology, or 3, beerology? I knew that darn Z word would come up and I'd have to pronounce it. You never passed trigonometry, neither did I. I was going to get me a tool and die apprenticeship, and I just, that precision and trigonometry and other math stuff scared me off. Okay, we have a 1, a 2, and a 2. Let's see what we got. The answer is Zymurgy. Number 1, Zymurgy, or whichever one that was. All right, here we go with question number 3. In ancient Egypt, how was beer used in constructing the Great Pyramids of Giza? In Egypt, how was beer used in constructing the Great Pyramids of Giza? Wait. In fact, without it, the pyramids would not have built. Was it used to 1, mix with sand to create a primitive grout? 2, payment to the millions of workers? Or 3, help to finance the project? So question 3 is, in ancient Egypt, How was beer used in constructing the Great Pyramids of Giza? In fact, without it, the pyramids would not have been built. What was it used for? To mix with sand? To pay the millions of people? Or to help finance the project? See what you guys are saying here. It's water. The answer is 2, payment to the millions of workers. I was gonna guess the last one. Funding, but yeah, payments to the millions of workers. They weren't slaves. Well, unless they were like homeless alcoholics, which happens a lot in this world, unfortunately. Question number 4. How many different ways of transporting beer can you think of? How many different ways of transporting beer can you think of? Bottle, glass, cans, kegs. Well, in China, what unique way can you buy and transport beer? In China, what unique way can you buy and transport beer? Number 1, in a plastic Buddha statue. Number 2, in a plastic bag like you get from Walmart. Or number 3, in an empty plastic milk jug. So while we use bottles, glass, cans, and kegs, the Chinese have a unique way, and it's either the plastic Buddha, the plastic bag, or the empty milk jug. What do you say, guys? Camel scrotum. You know, I was going to say that. Yeah, I think that's why I wanted to pick a plastic bag, because I was picturing it wrapped up and swinging around, and yeah, or a camel bladder, cow bladder. We got milk jugs. We've got, let's see. Old man says the Buddha, plastic Buddha statue. All right, let's see what it is. It's a plastic bag. Yep, sure enough. Plastic bag like you get from Walmart. They bring their beer home in. I guess you do the best you can with what you got, huh? Yeah. All right, question number 5. Beer that goes bad can ruin a party. Fortunately, science can help you prevent such a disaster. Though many people blame age or prolonged refrigeration for bad beer's skunked taste. What is the actual taste? What is the actual cause of a spoiled brew? What is the actual cause of a skunked beer, spoiled brew? What's the actual cause? Number 1, bacteria. Number 2, gingivitis. Or number 3, too much exposure to light. Bacteria, gingivitis, or sunlight. We got people saying sunlight. Uh-oh. Sarah's still on milk jug. Every once in a while I forget to say this, but those of you new here, I try to remember everyone when we start Fatwood Anonymous to make sure you are up to speed with the live. Check your live button and make sure you are caught up with everyone in the chat. Sometimes computers can be slow or signals can be bad, and you might get behind a bit on your live stream. So make sure you're up to speed and check next to your volume or wherever your live button is, and make sure you're caught up. Poor Sarah's still stuck on milk jug. She might be in a faraway land too. We all have different lags. It makes trivia tough. But we got lots of number 3s, and that's for sunlight, and the answer is sunlight. Light can make your brew skunky. You guys are awesome. I was gonna say that too. Why else would a beer be in a, damn, how did that happen? Oh. Why else would a beer be in a brown bottle? All right, number 6. Woohoo! Number 6. Do you know that beer is actually good for the bones? Seriously, while beer is not likely to qualify as a health food anytime soon, it does contain at least one ingredient that is good for you. Name that ingredient. Is it protein? Is it silicon? Or is it whole grains? Did you know that beer is actually good for the bones? Seriously, while beer is not likely to qualify as a health food anytime soon, it does contain at least one ingredient that is good for you. Is it protein? 1, protein. 2, silicon. Or 3, whole grains? Let's see what you guys are saying on that one. All right. Oh, you don't have a live button, old man. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say phosphorus gear, because there's a lot of phosphates in beer. And that's why I couldn't drink it when I was on dialysis. It would make me itchy. Uh-oh, no one's answering. Okay, so the answer is a live info button 2 months ago. Would they take it away? I'm going to have to check. You got me curious now. No, I still got a live. I'm on my PC, though. I've got the pause, the skip forward, the mute, and the volume in the live. Yeah, sometimes you got to make sure that the timeline is stretched all the way and you're caught up with the live and you're not back a minute or two or a few seconds. Just helps. The answer for that was silicon. Silicon is the one ingredient that is good for you in beer. All right, we have 3 left. You guys still going good? Protein, silicon, or whole grains? Yep, and it was silicon. So we're going to go ahead and finish these up. We have question number 7, which is, who is the patron saint of brewing? Who is the patron saint of brewing? Is it St. Patrick, St. Bernard, or St. Arnold? Who is the patron saint of brewing? Hi, Ron T. Sawyer. Join the trivia for a second if you want. Or just hit the like button and I can say happy holidays to you. Oh, we got a St. Patrick and a St. Patrick. Woohoo, she's caught up. Cool. St. Patrick, St. Bernard, or St. Arnold? St. Patrick. All right, let's take a look here. Oh, it's St. Arnold. Sorry. Y'all think it's St. Patty's Day. It's St. Arnold. Yeah. The saint of brewing is St. Arnold. Would have never known that. Those were definitely trick questions. Okay, question number 8. Chicha. Chicha? Chicha? Chicha is a traditional Peruvian corn beer that is said to date back to Incan times. Chicha is a traditional Peruvian beer that is said to date back to Incan times. Its secret ingredient is extremely strange. Is it 1, cricket mandibles? Cricket mandibles. 2, chicken eggs. No, chicken eggshells. Or 3, is it human saliva? We're going to do this question over again. Chicha is a traditional Peruvian corn beer that is said to date back to Incan times. Its secret ingredient is extremely strange. Is it cricket mandibles, chicken eggshells, or human saliva? Oh, we got chicken lips. We got human saliva. Yes, St. Bernard is a dog, and I used to haul around Scotch, I believe. 3, saliva. We got lots of saliva. Okay, let's see what it is here. Human saliva. Y'all must be Googling this stuff. Cricket thing you just said. Cricket mandibles. Oh, where did they come up with this stuff? There has to be a reason. Okay. We already did the question where there is a UK brewery called Brewdog, and they hauled it in a dead animal. So we have one question left. Question 10. Crystal clear beer is an indication of what? Crystal clear beer is an indication of what? 1. Too much light during the malting stage. 2. Too much water that was absorbed into the grain during the milling process. Or 3, it is neither of these answers. Crystal clear beer is the indication of what? Too much light during the malting stage, too much water that was absorbed into the grain during the milling process, or 3, neither of these answers. Yeah, it's neither. Neither. It means someone is giving you water to sober you up. Yeah. That's the end of trivia for today. For this Fatwood Anonymous. Neither. It means someone is giving you water to sober you up. There you go, Sarah. Too much water. All water. Well, that was some interesting trivia. At least it comes with the fun stuff. I don't like trivia that's just just gives you an answer with no explanation. I just don't like it. And it's hard to find trivia that doesn't that you can get the answer right away rather than having to answer them all and then find out later when you've already forgot about the other ones. That went pretty good. Interesting facts. Cricket mandibles. Okay then. I think I'm going to have to Google that. Cricket mandibles. Here we go. Enter. Oh, weird. Okay, yeah. It's just showing me pictures of its pinchers. I was hoping for a little more. Do crickets have mandibles? What are mandibles? What are mandibles and maxillae? What's the difference between, yeah. Oh, weird. Okay. That was a pretty successful trivia. We're going to round it up, guys. Trying to think. I should have another Fatwood Anonymous hopefully in 2 weeks, maybe sooner. We'll see. And I got to get this stump out to a good friend because I need to get it to him by New Year's Eve. He might not have time to open it till way after, but yep. Thank you, everyone, for giving me gifts. And I was hoping SKS showed up, but that's cool. And yeah, interesting for sure. I hope you guys liked the trivia. I'm going to go ahead and get how much wood could a woodchuck chuck wood? As much wood as a woodchuck could if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Okay. Well, I'm kind of stumped and I think I'm ready to get. I've already shown off my goodies and said hi to everyone and told y'all how much I appreciate you coming. A mouthful. Oh, thanks. Thanks for coming, Sarah. It's good to meet you. Snow Zeus, everyone. Iron Fire Horse, Old Man, Gear, Ron T. Sawyer, all you lovely people, HRM. And have a super holiday, Merry Christmas, whatever you're doing this week. Enjoy, be safe, drive careful, stay home if you can, stay away from the hospitals, and love y'all, stay warm, and I'll see you on the next one. Good night.